Well, I became a teacher. I think that was my calling since I was a child. That was always my request as a Christmas gift was a chalkboard. And I would line up my dolls, and I had that teacher in me since I was a child.
I became an administrator because of fantastic leaders that I had that inspired me and that really geared me toward that direction. When I first became a teacher, I was assigned the 5,000 role models and I was assigned fire drills. And at that time I didn't really notice it, but it looks like the principal was gearing me toward that. And this is what she was grooming me to become. And later down the line, when I wanted to go back to school, I had a fantastic principal that I want to name drop, Dr. Reginald Johnson. He stopped me from going into medicine, and he said that instead of becoming a professional student, why don't you get into leadership? And I took his advice, went to Nova, got my degree in a year, and it's been on ever since.
Ever since I was a little girl, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to give back. And I went in with a passion to make a difference in the community. And I have held that ever since day one. I started when I was 19 years old as a teacher aide in a private school and finished FIU and went all the way to Nova to get my doctoral degree. And that passion is what's driven my girls to follow my footsteps. So when they saw that I launched myself to be an administrator, it was hard because mommy wasn't gonna be there, but they supported me. And that step has made a landslide in the South because I'm serving a community that needs the love and the care, and that's what really makes me the passion and the adrenaline to continue to do what I do. But I'm a teacher at heart, always. I will always be a teacher at heart.
I became a teacher after I finished law school. And I realized that that wasn't for me. I wanted to make a difference. At that point, I had 4 kids of my own. I saw there was a need just in my own children's education. The reason why I became an administrator was because it's kind of a funny story. I had the region superintendent. I had been teaching for about 2 years at Campbell Drive Middle School back then. It no longer exists, but Campbell Drive Middle School, if you know about it, it was a tough place to be, but I loved the kids there. And I remember that Nathan Navarro, who was the region superintendent at the time, came by my classroom with the principal. And she saw me interacting. It was a reading class. And she saw me interacting with the kids. And I was a little bit nervous, second-year teacher. And she called me outside. She was there for about 5 minutes. She called me outside. She wanted to talk to me. And I said, oh my God, I'm gonna get fired. And she actually told me, you know what, Mr. DeArmas, what you're doing with these kids, you need to do with the whole school. You need to go into administration. And I go, you really think so? I'm happy what I'm doing. She goes, yeah, you're gonna be happier. And I think that she was right. I was able to make more of a difference.
There's 2 individuals. First is my father. My father was so proud that I graduated from FIU. I'm gonna cry. That he framed a copy of my diploma and has it in his living room. He was so proud that I went to college. I was the first child that went to college out of all of us. And professionally, the person that has impacted my life was Dr. Viola Irons. I worked with her as, I met her as an ETO director, not ETO, it was a zone, school improvement zone back then. And then she became my principal. And I am the leader I am because of her mentoring. To this day, I still speak to her. And I hold her greatly in my heart because of everything she's taught me.
My favorite part of being a principal goes back to when I was a teacher. And when I was a teacher, I used to tell my students that as much as I want you to be the greatest student possible, I want you to be better people. And being an administrator, I get to see that not only the students, but my staff members, they've evolved and become better professionals, better people overall as far as supporting each other, being there for each other during the happy and the sad times, rallying behind the students whenever they're in need, and the school as a whole just become a happy and brighter place, a welcoming place for you to come in, and you can just feel the energy, you can feel the warmth, you can feel the love. It's something that really impresses me and lets me know that there's a great work that's happened at Arlington Heights.
Qualities that the community students and teachers look for. Well, number one, they look for somebody who cares about them, that understands who they are, where they are. Everybody has a story, and letting them tell their story makes a big difference.
I think that it would be transparency. I think that what you see is what you get. And that's something that's very important to me. I don't believe in lying to kids. I don't believe in lying to parents. If I mess up, I mess up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make it better. Same thing with students and with my faculty, staff, and the community. You know, nobody's perfect. I think that we all learn from each other. But I think that transparency, that they're able to trust me, I think that is extremely important.
My favorite part of being a principal is being out there with the kids. At recess, at lunch, in the classrooms. When I have a bad day, my office staff knows when I pick up, okay, it's time for me just to be out there in the building. That's when I truly am happy, when I'm out there with them, that I could just interact with them in the classroom, see what they're doing, have them share with me the things that they're doing, because at recess they'll come. And you know, there's always someone that makes you feel great. I love your hair, you know, you look so pretty today. I love your dress. So when you need those uppers, you just go and the kids make sure that you feel positive that day. And it's the truth, you know. But my morning starts every morning with opening doors and welcoming them. And you know, that to me starts off my day great.